Hi there, I'm Machine Pun Kelly. Thanks for watching. Today I want to talk about gay pride parades and how they became a pivotal part of the LGBTQ plus rights movement. The history of pride parades is a rich narrative of activism, community building, and cultural celebration, deeply intertwined with the broader LGBTQ plus rights movement. Watch this video to learn more about it. Historical origins and evolution. The modern LGBTQ plus rights movement gained significant momentum following the Stonewall riots on June 28, 1969, in New York City's Greenwich Village, where police raided the Stonewall Inn, a popular gay bar, leading to days of protests by LGBTQ plus individuals. This event is widely regarded as a catalyst for increased activism, and 1 year later, in 1970, the first pride parades were organized to mark its anniversary. These initial marches, often called Christopher Street Liberation Day marches in New York, were held in cities such as New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, and San Francisco. Early parades were modest, with several hundred participants, and faced resistance, such as in Los Angeles, where police initially refused permits, requiring legal battles to proceed. Despite these challenges, the movement persisted. Over the decades, these events grew into large-scale festivals, now attracting millions, with notable examples including the 2019 Stonewall 50, World Pride NYC, which drew 5 million attendees in Manhattan alone. Pride parades occur globally, often in June, and include a range of activities from marches to concerts, reflecting their evolution from protest to celebration. Detailed impact on the LGBTQ+ community. The impact of pride parades on the LGBTQ+ community is multifaceted, encompassing visibility, community building, advocacy, and cultural celebration. Below, we explore these dimensions in detail, including aspects such as visibility and public acceptance. Visibility and public acceptance. Pride parades have been instrumental in increasing the visibility of the LGBTQ+ community, challenging historical stigma and invisibility that often forced individuals to hide their identities. By marching publicly, participants have educated the broader public, fostering greater acceptance. For many, pride parades were the first time they appeared openly as LGBTQ+ individuals, as noted in oral histories from the 1970 New York March, where activists like Mark Siegel recalled the empowering nature of being out, loud, and proud. This visibility has contributed to shifting public opinion, making LGBTQ+ identities more normalized and reducing societal stigma. Community building and support. Pride parades have served as vital spaces for community building, offering LGBTQ+ individuals a sense of unity and support. In the 1970s, when many felt isolated due to discrimination, these events provided opportunities to connect, share experiences, and build networks. This was particularly crucial in the context of the 1950s and 1960s, when homosexual behavior and gender nonconformity were criminalized in many parts of the U.S. The growth of pride parades into month-long series of events, including picnics, workshops, and symposia, has further strengthened community ties. Advocacy and legal changes. Pride parades have been significant platforms for advocacy, pushing for specific legal and social changes. They have been used to demand rights such as marriage equality, anti-discriminatory laws, and the repeal of policies like Don't Ask, Don't Tell, which was repealed in 2011, allowing openly LGBTQ+ individuals to serve in the U.S. military. The parades have mobilized the community and allies, with events often featuring calls for action, such as during the fight for the 2015 nationwide legalization of same-sex marriage in the U.S. While direct causation is hard to quantify, the correlation between increased parade visibility and legislative progress suggests a significant influence. Beyond protest, pride parades celebrate the LGBTQ+ community's culture, history, and achievements through music, art, performances, and festivals. They have also become platforms for highlighting intersectional issues such as racial justice, disability rights, and feminism, ensuring a more inclusive movement. The inclusion of transgender individuals, for instance, has grown, reflecting the community's increasing focus on trans rights, especially in recent years amid legislative attacks. This intersectional approach has broadened the scope of advocacy, addressing the unique challenges faced by different subgroups within the community. To illustrate their impact, consider South Africa, where pride parades have been held since the 1990s, correlating with the country's progressive constitution and its status as the first African nation to legalize same-sex marriage in 2006. In contrast, countries with restricted LGBTQ+ rights, such as many in the Middle East and Africa, often lack public pride parades due to safety concerns, highlighting the correlation between parade presence and rights progress. International events like the 1989 World Pride in Rome have also drawn global attention to LGBTQ+ issues, potentially influencing policy in predominantly Catholic regions. During the AIDS crisis in the 1980s and 1990s, pride parades included memorials and fundraising efforts, raising awareness and funds for a disease heavily stigmatized and often ignored by mainstream society. This role was crucial in supporting the community during a time of crisis, demonstrating the parade's adaptability to contemporary challenges. An unexpected detail is how pride parades adapted during the COVID-19 pandemic, with many events canceled or held virtually in 2020 and 2021 to maintain visibility and community engagement. As restrictions lifted, they resumed in person, often with renewed vigor, reflecting their resilience. In recent years, amid a backlash against LGBTQ+ rights, such as anti-trans legislation in the U.S., pride parades have become platforms for protest, with large turnouts in 2023 opposing discriminatory policies. The history of gay rights parades demonstrates their critical role in advancing LGBTQ+ rights through increased visibility, community support, advocacy, and cultural celebration. While their direct impact on specific legislative changes is complex to measure, their contribution to fostering public acceptance and a more inclusive society is evident. As of March 14, 2025, pride parades continue to adapt to contemporary challenges, remaining vital platforms for both celebration and protest, reflecting the community's enduring resilience and commitment to equality. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to click like and subscribe.